a new challenger. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
That's shrapnel just waiting to happen.
If you're still reading my mind, stop it.
Now you're just being nasty.
My name, by the way, is Dante.
Let's jack things up.
I think it's time for Jack to let her rip.
Yeah, but you can call me Dante the Demon Killer. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Okay, I'm going to start off here with Raiden, actually. And Raiden's a really interesting character. He relies completely on melee, so he has absolutely no range options. And he has some moves with cover range, but they're punishable. So he's a very interesting character. And a very big point of controversy, because he can kill confirm off his level 1 with the up triangle backflip. And additionally, he can combo very easily if he gets spaces right. So he's a pretty hazardous character in the 1v1 free-for-all and 2v2 scene. And something interesting, though, is that he's actually been nerfed throughout the course of PlayStation All-Star history. Because originally, you didn't have to do a bunch of backflips and everything. You could actually infinitely move this grab. And what it did in the past was crumple them, so you could continuously do forward square and grab again. It used to be infinite, there was no burst. So throughout the course, they thought they should keep this comboality with the grab, so they invented the down grab. So now you can get a good amount of AP without it being infinite. So I think that was a pretty reasonable nerf, and I honestly think that he makes a balanced character, because anyone with range, like Isaac here, is going to give him a considerable problem for the pro game. So let me start off with his combo here. Alright, you have his basic. You have his basic things like this. So they'll kind of know his combos. You know, and he has his burst. That's a bit punishable, so he has some moves on the safer side, which would include his uppercut, his backflip, although you're going to have to do a immediate spot dodge to land, because it's kind of unsafe. And you have this. What's the error, though, that a lot of people make, though, is that they do it really high. And when you do that really high, you can get punished on landing. It's really easy. So what you do, actually, right before you hit the ground, you actually press forward circle, so then you're safe after it lands. So there's actually a lot of thought that goes into using Raiden. He is definitely not a new character. Despite what it seems like, this Rip Confirm is actually kind of weird, because if I just jump up and try getting the kill confirm and just mindlessly hit them, it's not going to confirm. You actually have to space it very strictly. So let me just show the difference. Because he's very spacing specific, very combo specific character. So if I just jump up, you know, it's not going to work. You know, it has to be very timed, and if you don't hit them in the exact hitbox of that split kick, it's never going to work. So Raiden in total is a perfectionist character, where if you're really good with combos and like basically being consistent with them, you're going to reward it handsomely. The only problem is that you're thinking people like Isaac, they're going to have such a hard problem approaching them when they're constantly taking you away with mind, etc. So people like Ratchet, Isaac, like all give Raiden a very hard time. So he has his bad matchups, certainly, versus a considerable portion of the cast. So overall, Raiden is a great balanced character. Now, the touch of death combo, before the controversy starts kicking in, people think Raiden is too extreme because he kills from about almost everything, even from 0 AP. So, Jack, you get 38 for a second. Get 38. Alright, so that's 38. Now, I have like 0 AP, and there's just a plethora of combos you can do, which involve the easiest and annoying grab reset, and I'll show one right here.
Let's cut to the end.
So that's kind of absurd. The fact that you can basically kill from any move that involves a grab reset with this move, while they have 30 AP, is incredibly advantageous, but, of course, this is still balanced out by the fact that moves that can do that, like this, and this, and this, are all incredibly punishable. So really, Raiden is a high-risk, high-reward character, which is really going to make you get into the action, and you will never be safe, because when you're fighting characters like Cole, who are constantly using kill-confirming projectiles, you're putting yourself at high risk, but your precision and dodging, etc., and not dropping combos, you are now handsomely rewarded with Raiden. So, yeah, he is a really great character, and I think, now on the nerf part, though, I was gonna say that, on the nerf, I think he could use a tiny bit of a nerf, and one thing, and I only need one thing, is that this confirm needs to be a bit harder to do. I don't think this should be as easy. Now, it's not the easiest thing in the world, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, it's so difficult, but it's too acceptable, in my opinion. Like, if you're going for, like, a perfectionist type character, the hard combos but high rewards, this juggle should be much slower. So you're gonna have to have higher timing, you know, you're not gonna be able to effortlessly, like, juggle it once you get it down pat. Maybe, like, make it so you only juggle them once, maybe, something like that. But if you just took out the entire grapple of the problem, that, well, you know, you would have one less option to get kills off them, and basically someone with amazing blocks would already be a counter pick on Raiden. That would be too much. So Raiden needs some type of kill confirm slash combo system on this grab to get a balanced character. Most characters in this game, actually, that are even high tier, have kill confirms or grabs or combos, you know. I mean, I'm sorry, off the grab. So, I mean, taking away from Raiden, who's all about melee, would be a bit absurd and imbalanced game. So, on that note, speaking of grab games, I'm going to talk about Isaac now. And Isaac is probably more controversial than Raiden, in the fact that I call him Raiden with projectiles, because you can do actually everything Raiden can, and a bit more. So I'm surprised not as much people blame Isaac for being overpowered than Raiden, but luckily for Isaac, he has some weaknesses, so I'll talk about that right now. So the basis. He seems to actually be all about mid-range zoning, and there's a lot of things that help him play keep away. Maybe the average Isaac player will think that he's not that good close quarters, but no, he is actually a monster at close quarters, and why is because it's mine. Now, it's very annoying to get rid of this mine. Yes, people like Jack can get rid of it, but a lot of characters won't work on it, and if you could just jump on this mine, Jack, this is what happens every time you land on it. Alright, they tried to get, sorry. I can get a burn every time someone gets on the mine. So, it's pretty extreme after a while, you know. And every time you land on that mine, you get bursted. I mean, that's kind of problematic. But then, yeah, it does have a weakness. See, if I put this mine down, it's vulnerable. Yeah, because it's a big, long period of time where I can't do anything when I put this mine down. So you constantly have to keep in mind where they are and how quick they're going to get to you if you're going to be putting this mine down a lot. Not only that, but people like Raiden can just counter it. And, yeah, kill you if they want. And then, yeah, level up right there. And that's just one of the many things that can happen from placing down that mine. So it is also high risk. But you kind of have some more stakes. You know, I have kind of some more stakes with it. Now, so that, now the mine's out of the way. Now to the dreaded plasma cutter, which everyone really hates because of what we know as the gun loop. You know, and that's when you basically, you press square and forward, right after the fourth shot, you let go of square and forward and then press it again immediately. And then it'll cause you to fire another 4 shots right after it's done. Do like that. And you can do it backwards too. And really, I think you should be able to stand it. But, now think about it. What if the gun move is taken out? Then that means every time you did the plasma cutter, you'd be incredibly vulnerable. And you'd have to take that long time to reload. And what makes the gun move possible is the fact that you can run right after you do the plasma cutter, so you're not so unsafe all the time. And that actually makes it balanced. So, better yet, instead of just getting rid of the gun move, in my opinion, which would cause Isaac to be, you know, kind of broken in a bad way, I think just simply maybe if there was a tournament or something, ban it. or better yet, you know, just make it so they can only do it once. Then the time cutter really isn't such a big deal, because the gun moves doesn't take timing, and really no one's really going to stand up that much unless they're really desperate. So that's his range game right there. I mean, he has an accompaniment with a wall bounce, basically wall bounce projectile. I don't know what the name of this is, but you can bounce it off walls for better effect. And the more you bounce it off, basically, the better it is. And that's good for using with your mind. So it's definitely recommended that you use it too while someone is far away. Now, finally, into his meta technique, which I warned you. Zero death combo. So, like, he has a really good amount of zero death. Let me see if I can pull this off here. And a lot of his moves
Think fast.
involve grab resets. And what makes the grab resets so annoying
Let's take
and
care
good
of business.
is this grab lasts more than one frame. So even if they don't get grabbed in the first frame of the grab, the other frames of the grab actually last, you can still catch them. So if I just knock you down, and he came up, I can like grab you still within a reasonable amount of time after you get up or before you get up. And that can make it really nasty when you're like chasing somebody down that's really on the ground. And Isaac, like Raiden, if you didn't notice, has a grab confirmed, and it's kind of weird, honestly. I would honestly go to say this is the hardest kill confirm in the game, because you have to learn it for every single character. Like, I really had to sit down and learn this kill confirm on every single character, because the hitbox, which you have to hit them on, is different from every single person to person. So, some people require you to turn around, hit them in the head, some on the arms, some on the feet. It's very specific. So, in my opinion, this doesn't really need to be nerfed too much. So, let's see. Now, overviewing it, you have a really good close quarter game with this force gun. You have decent, you have great mid-range games. At the cost of some safeness still up close, I think Isaac is a really great character, because unlike Raiden, he really has a hard time with people that stay in the air, like Good Cole, and that can get rid of his mind. Because the only thing you can do is get him away with this. The moves like this aren't really gonna blind spot anyone. And people that are, flying around someone like this are gonna give Isaac an incredibly hard time. So now his bad matchups include people like, oh god, here we go. Toro. You have, I think, Cat, and basically anyone that's small, even Spike, Sly, he has so much bad matchups. Good Cole, Evil Cole, even Kratos. I mean, like, Isaac would be overpowered, really, but the thing is he has so much problematic matchups that a lot of people are going to give him an incredibly hard time. Anyone that's not really tall is going to give him hell, including even Ratchet. Ratchet actually shuts down Isaac completely. So even though Isaac gives high rewards for his comboality and his basics, he's still at really high risk against characters which, aren't that easily comboed and can keep their feet off the ground. So that, in my opinion, makes Isaac a great and balanced character. And really, that's all I have to say, as far as I know him.
Think fast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let me show you this. Yeah, it actually happened.
Think fast.
Alright, it didn't happen that, but yeah, it does that. Right there. Like, after you freeze, it'll just, like, freak out. And, you really will lose a lot of kills that way, if you're not hooked. And what that's caused is by, like, imbalance in that code, is that when you're not hooked, the action basically gets translated poorly over the net code, and basically it reads as if you were twisting your controller all over the place. It's just a really bad glitch. It happens for people that have downloaded the game, but not so much on people that have the disc. So it's a pretty weird thing. But otherwise, just level 1, talking about it by itself, it's probably one of the best in the game that you fight itself. So let me just gain this meter back. Alright, so I have this level 1. Now, dodge the first free fall. Alright, get closer.
Think fast.
So even if, even if they dodge the first one, it's really hard to dodge the second one if you're going into the kill. So that's, yeah, as he said, has a great mind game power. And what a lot of people will do is dodge the first one again. But roll toward me, though.
Think fast.
That was
It's
close.
just, after they do the first roll, basically they're
We can
unsafe and they
handle
come back
this.
up in the roll, and then you hit them with the second shot. So this level 1 has great mix-up game, and it's really great all around. You can't really punish it because it's too dangerous to punish because of that second shot. So level 1 is fantastic, one of the best level 1s by itself in the game. As many 1v1s I've done, I haven't even had to confirm that level 1, I just use it by itself, and it just hits people massively. So it's level 2. Level 2 is kind of weird. So, let me get this really quick. It really focuses on, I don't think I've seen this in the game as much, but it focuses on basically clearing people away from you. And I'll show that in just a second. Now, level 2 by itself is okay, because it has not that much of a big area, but when you really think about it, this is a monstrous level 2, because of how much you can do with it. This level 2 actually confirms out of almost its entire moveset. And that you can do some really absurd combos with Isaac. Now, oh, Jack, if you could stand right here. Just for an example, like, some of these combos get really stupid with Isaac. I mean, look at that.
I warned you.
I mean, you can wall bounce with level 2 after just repetitive shotgun blast, and it makes comboing into incredibly easy. If there's any move that cruckles or anything, you can already confirm it into level 2. So also, this makes him have one of the best 1v1 level 2s in the game. So, yeah, it's really scary going against someone having this level 2. And not even to mention, stand right here, please. Sorry, yeah. Alright. Look right here. Is that you can actually... Sorry, I just need to get some space here for the wall. Is that you can actually confirm your level 2 into the gun loop or the plasma gun.
I warned you.
And that's actually confirmed that you cannot get out
Don't
of that.
forget what I
And
taught you,
it
Jack.
makes it really threatening. And not to mention it goes amazingly well with his loop combo game. And what I mean by that is that he has a lot of combos which actually have loops in them. So basically you can always fit in a level 2 in every single loop you do. For example, let me see if I can pull this one off. And this one can be done with a level 1. So alright, let's see if I can pull this off here. And you can do all the way to your level 1 to your level 2. And it's really powerful. It's hard to do, but it's kind of absurd when you're fighting someone that knows how to do it. So let me
I warned you.
I mean, that is absurd. You can do that all the way to level 1, and would go all the way into your level 2 and confirm it. So, I like Isaac in that way, though, because that combo isn't really simple-minded. It takes a lot of practice to get that down perfectly, and it is also character-specific. So really, that level 2 is going to fit nicely into an advanced character, which is Isaac himself. Definitely not that easy, but once you do get that down, this level 2 is also a high-risk / high-reward move. Because if you miss the level 2, or let's say someone techs out of it, they're going to have a big amount of trouble. Because you kind of have some recovery time after that. So yeah, it's level 3 now, I'm not really going to show, but I'm sure we all know it's level 3. It's pretty basic. I mean, you can get your 2 kills out of it, and it is possible to actually get 3 kills out of it. But I'm not going to really show that because it's very situational, and if they move at all, it's not going to work. So it's actually really impractical, and you might not even get it half the time. So really, overview of Isaac, great projectile / close character. Not too amazing at any range really, but he's just really well balanced. And he has good comboality, he has a decent hitbox. He's a great character.